What is going on, everybody? We are now live. We are live here on the YouTube channel and as well over on Twitch. This is another live edition of S.A.D, something about Dynamite here on the Around the Point Network. What is going on, everybody? Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Whatever that you're doing, I know the weekend is almost here. I know a lot of you are just excited for all that stuff, and so am I because this Saturday we are off to well, myself and Walter, that is right. We're off to Collision at Prudential Center, and then as well in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks from now, I would say, um, myself and Walter make the trip over to Detroit to chill with this guy right here. What's going on, everybody? I am Steve. I am chilling here. I'm here joined by the good brother, the pride of Detroit, Big Mike. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Nothing much, Steve. Uh, can't wait to talk about this show that we watched last night. That was very entertaining despite the rating.
Yes, despite the rating, yes. I'm glad you mentioned that, Big Mike. 'Cause I feel like with Dad and look, even your dog like has a lot to say about the show too. Can you believe that, man? Look at that. We got everyone talking about this show today. Um,
Mhm.
but again, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share through social media. Hit the bell notification. Be notified when we go live every single time here on the channel. Also, we do have the super chat enabled as well. If you want to leave a donation of your, if you're choosing, if you're feeling generous, it does help out the show as well. We do have the thing enabled as well. If you go in the chat, you see the dollar logo. It does help us. It does help us here as well and a lot of stuff. Um, so the rating came in, Big Mike. The rating came in. The rating AEW did 953,000
Mhm.
in rating, bro.
Mhm.
953,000. That's how much they did. They as far as the 18 to 49 demographic, it was a point 34. Now, Mike,
Higher demographic.
high demographic. Now, what was the rating? Because you did say this earlier in our group chat that we have. What was the rating last year for Blood and Guts? When you were
It
at
was in the
Detroit,
millions. It was in the millions.
in the millions.
Yeah.
In the millions. And I'm glad you said that because, Mike, despite all that, yes, the number is up from the last 2 weeks, right? It's up from the last 2 weeks and all that stuff. But nonetheless, when you in the hindsight, when it's all said and done, Mike,
Hmm.
you know what it is, right? Play
Yep.
the clip, right? Play the clip,
Yep.
Steve. No Millie. No Millie. No Millie. That was yes. Thanks, Brandon Brown. That was good, but almost a millie. It was good, but still no millie. You can tell me almost, but still it's no millie. Um, what I will say, the Boston crowd at TD Garden Arena was loud. They were excited for the show. They were excited. They were happy. Um, nonetheless, I thought Dynamite last night was very entertaining. It wasn't packed with so much stuff on the show like we've seen previous, right? These last couple of episodes, because the main focus was blood and guts. That was the main focus on the show, was blood and guts, the main focal point on this program. And everything again didn't feel long, right? But Mike, your overall thoughts on Dynamite last night?
The Dynamite show was really good. It was entertaining. I think there was maybe one thing I didn't like on the show. But other than that, I was it was a thumbs up show for me.
Exactly, bro. Thumbs up show. Guys, let us know also as well your thoughts and all that stuff in the chat. But the show opened up, Mike. Again, another thing we should also mention before we go into the show. So Brian Danielson, American Dragon, right? He
Hmm.
posted on Twitter. He posted on Twitter. Yesterday, literally yesterday. Wow.
Before you get into this, yeah, just to go back to the rating thing, and then it's real quick. The June 29th, 2022 Dynamite, which was Blood and Guts 2 in Detroit, Michigan, that I went to live, it drew a 1.023 million viewership, and that was up from the last week's Dynamite in June, which got 878,000. So think about that jump that they took from week to week from Blood and Guts, from that show to Blood and Guts 2.
In,
And
in other words,
this show was a slight up from last week's to this week's, where last year from that last week to that week was a huge jump.
it's crazy, bro. Again,
Think about what happened last year. You had the debut of Claudio. You had the BCC. I think it was the BCC, was it? Or they wasn't even
yeah,
formed
with
yet.
Blackpool Combat Club versus the
Yeah,
JAS, the
yeah,
Jericho
versus the
Appreciation
JAS.
Society. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah,
A lot, yeah, it's a lot to really like, break down here and just wonder like how the fuck did this even happen? Not that how it happened, but again, I thought overall, again, it was a good show by AEW. Like I
yeah.
mentioned before, it wasn't cluttered with a lot of stuff. Again, they had a lot of stuff to get into yesterday, and they delivered on that. They did. One more thing I want to do here.
We had a couple regular matches, and then we had the meat and potatoes of the
Blood and
Blood and
guts.
Guts, which basically was an hour long match. Pretty much took up the whole second hour.
Yes. But I mentioned earlier Brian Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
American Dragon. He had that amazing match against Okada Forbidden Door. That's the last time that we saw him wrestle, right? So he posted
Yep.
a tweet out literally yesterday around 6:05 p.m. I have the tweet. Well, obviously, I have the tweet here. You guys can't see it because of the green screen and all that stuff. But look, Mike. I have it right there.
Yeah.
You can see, right? If you can also pop it up on your phone too, so you can see like the X-ray and all that stuff as well. But this is what he wrote in quote. Also, to give everyone an update before Dynamite, I got surgery on my arm about 2 weeks ago where they put in a steel rod and 9 screws. Surgery went well, and I'm on the road to recovery. Thank you all for the support. Check out Blood and Guts tonight. Now you see the X-ray there, like they show you on the first screen the broken arm, and then the other one the repair that they did. Um, he from the looks of it, dude, he's gonna be out for a while, man. He's gonna be out for a hot.
Um.
That's the vibe that I'm getting here. They were hoping 6 to 8 weeks, so at least he can make it to Wembley. I just don't see that. I just don't see it happening. Any idea of having him wrestle at Wembley or wrestle at All Out? I think that right now just went out the window. Considering his history with injuries and all that stuff, I just don't see it happening. I'm pretty sure, yes, last night he would have been at Blood and Guts and he would have made a big factor as well.
No, he's gonna miss that. He's gonna
No,
miss All In.
that's what I just said.
Yeah, yeah. I just looked up the recovery time for his injury. He's gonna miss a couple shows actually. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So don't look forward to seeing Brian Danielson until like January.
Oh, come on, Romeo, really? Steve, how do you feel knowing um let me see what's going on.
Knowing you're going to Collision
Yeah,
and the only match advertised is Hobbs,
versus the
House
acclaim
of Black. Yeah, it was nice if you would have
versus
spelled it out. I said
House of
Hobb. Yeah,
it's
Hobb
House of
versus Acclaim. I'm saying Hobb. Screw that. Hobb versus the Acclaim.
House of Black versus the acclaim in a match you already saw live.
I'm not feeling it.
Honestly, looking up I spoiled myself a little bit for next week's. This Rampage. I know who won the. I know who won the Royal Rampage.
Is the hashtag AEW Rampage after it? Like no one's watching that, dude.
Yeah.
Stop.
I know who won the Royal Rampage. It'd
Do me
be
a
nice
favor.
if you could
Write it to me in the private chat, so I can have. I mean, I'm gonna watch it regardless, because again, you guys know me. I'm a sucker for battle royals. I'm just a sucker for a good battle royal. Now, before I click on this, Mike, is this person is he a former champion
Yes.
in AEW?
Yes.
Mid-card champion.
Yes.
Oh fuck, we're in the mud, are we? We are in the mud, are we?
I mean, me just saying that kind of spoiled it for everybody else, because you can already,
Yeah. But listen, let's be honest here, right? Let me ask everyone a question. What are y'all watching on Friday? Are y'all watching SmackDown? Or are you going to watch, Death Before Dishonor with SmackDown, or watch SmackDown, watch Rampage at? Like, come on. People will be watching Death Before Dishonor. Tony is competing with himself on Friday night. Did you realize that, Big Mike?
Who?
Tony is competing against himself on Friday night. Not just the Fed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how he likes it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
What are you gonna say though, Big Mike? What are you gonna say?
I'm watching all three.
You know what, Mike? You know what, brother? If you're watching all three, well then I am too.
No, it is for a world title shot, Romeo. He's just
Well, then I am too.
Sorry, had to get that out there. Just didn't feel right.
He was just asking, he was giving out guesses and clues, basically. It is for a world title shot. But I spoiled myself looking at the results. I scrolled down too far.
Yeah. What's going on, everyone in the chat? But at the end of the, again, there's a lot of things to get into. There's a lot that went down.
It's for a TNT title shot. Who has the TNT championship?
What do you think? Some would tell you Christian Cage, but in reality, it's Wardlow. But
come on, we're not gonna play this game again. Now I know who won. We're not gonna play these games. We're not.
Well, Big Mike. Big Mike.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I knew it. I love when he does that.
I think we are gonna play those games. I think we are. But
that's terrible.
Yeah, but Mike, but enough. But let's just get this. Yes, put the AEW Rampage winner in the Mud Rumble. Yep. The winner likely will enter the In the Mud Rumble.
Low key, his interest is in the mud in the game that we play.
Yes, it is. It is. Which, by the way, in case you guys missed it yesterday, we did ATP SmackDown as well. But anyway, Mike, let's get back to Dynamite here. Dynamite, AEW Dynamite. The show opened up with Hook defending the the FTW championship. You would think by now, hey, he would have been competing for the TNT title, right? The way, he's a young talent. You would think by now he would be. But no.
Oh, man, I think Hook's in the mud after this.
Hook is still in baby step mode after being there for what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
We're still putting him in baby step modes. I don't know why, but here we are. He defended the FTW championship against Jack Perry. Now, before the match, they played a video of Jack Perry literally murdering and burying Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I love the video. Yeah. Getting rid of the old shed, if you will, the old, his old persona.
Yeah.
Putting it to rest. And he came out to Beethoven. I believe Synchrony number 5. Um,
And if you don't know what that is
you know who op- you know who used that video a lot, that song a lot? Notorious Foodie. He's a Instagrammer. He does a lot of cooking videos, and he used that
Yeah,
song.
I don't know who that is. That's up your alley, Steve.
Yes, so he'll cook video. Then he, at the end of the video, he'll grab like the rag and wipe himself, and he'll throw it into the camera. Right. That's what he's like. That's his shtick. But I like the video. The entrance could use a little work. He came out to new gear as well. But I like the fact, like I mentioned earlier, we're getting rid of this Jungle Boy gimmick. It's done. It's over. And it had to be. The moment you're bringing him in now as this new person, he's now, you know, Jack Perry.
Yep.
No more Jungle Boy. No more
No.
Listen, yeah, I had the song. Look how far it got you guys. He had that song for a minute. Look how far it got him. Big Mike, if you watch TNA long enough, you'll get the reference. I thought the match overall was, pretty good, back and forth, man. They were fighting on the outside as well. The ending though, Hook got hit with a low blow. He got hit with a low blow after the referee was distracted. The referee got hit twice, it looked like, right? The referee got hit twice, and Jack Perry eventually hit Hook with the championship belt to secure the win.
Yeah.
So Jack Perry is now the FTW champion. I believe he is the sixth person to win that title.
Overall, but he's the third
Yes.
person to win in
Yes.
AEW.
Yes, the third in AEW, but sixth overall to have held that title. It's funny too because if you watch the video, right, he pulls up in a limo, right, and in the same limo he pulled up to Boston. Which I thought was funny too. A little detail. But yeah, man, Jack Perry is the new FTW champion. You saw on commentary, Taz was pissed, bro.
Of course he's mad. I mean, that's a family title. His son had it for months. Then he loses it and gets his first AEW loss, period.
Yes, he was undefeated this whole time and not anymore. You know what? You know what's crazy though, bro? This week in wrestling, in the span of 2-3 days, right? Two men got their butts beat in front of their parent.
Yep. One's more relevant than the other.
And one of them won in front of their mommy.
Yeah. But
you get the idea.
That's another story.
Yes, it is. But yeah, Mike, your thoughts on Jack Perry becoming the new TNT champion, man.
The match wasn't nothing to rave about.
FTW champion. I'm sorry, FTW champion.
The match wasn't nothing to rave about. I really don't like the FTW championship. I don't have any significant, memories of the belt. I could care less about the belt. The match itself was okay. I did like Hook's attire. I noticed that his wrestling boots kind of looked like Air Force Ones. If you look at his wrestling boots.
About Hooks?
Yeah, Hooks.
Yeah,
yep.
they did. Yeah, it kind of did.
I thought Jack Perry's theme is awful. I agree with Romeo in the chat. It doesn't fit him at all. It's like he's sophisticated. It's kind of like something you would put on Damien Sandow, if you remember that person.
Yeah, man. He's now in the he's in the NWA, man.
I don't even know what that is. So we're gonna move on. But they really. His look needs a throwback, not that far of a throwback like Beethoven, but like like an 80s, like late 80s, 90s metal grunge type of theme, or like something like a television, like a drama television show type theme. You know, something that his I don't know the theme of 90210 from back
Oh
in the day that
yeah,
his dad.
it's funny because someone played I think someone played a song like like someone correct. We fixed it for you guys, and they played it. It's on Twitter,
Yeah.
so that was fun. I
So
thought it
so
was
he
funny
played the
stuff.
90210 theme for Jack Perry's theme,
No,
basically.
so like a swap almost. So like he played it over it basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he instead of that, he played that theme.
Yeah, basically, which is
Yeah,
funny.
I don't know how it sounds. I've never seen a single episode of 90210, but he needs a sound similar to that. I'm pretty sure it was fitting for a wrestler if somebody already tied it in with him.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure, Mike. I'm pretty sure it's you know, but yeah, Mike. Again, let's move on here, Mike. Let's move on. What's going on, Safed? Hope all is well with you. Um, um, really, Don Callis should take him into his stable, and that'd be the best move. And I agree with that too. I think honestly, if you're gonna try to expand more members into the family of Don Callis, you have Kanosuke Takeshita, right? We'll talk about him later on in the night. You got potentially Chris Jericho, right? Who's like I got potential. We don't know. We don't know. And then you have again Jack Perry. I think that would work. Uh, what's
Yeah,
going on, Safed?
I want Jack Perry. I mean, it'd be cool to learn from Jericho, but I would want him far away from Jericho because once the stable ends, we're gonna have to have a 3 month feud with him and Jericho. I don't care for
That is
anything
true.
that Jericho has going on right now with stables.
That's fair. That's fair. So after this, Mike, after this, like I just said before, Don Callis and Jericho were seen dining together and indicating that they are working together. So that was cool. Also we saw Adam Cole and MJF further their bond. Again, we saw this last week when they're at the club, right? Getting their drinks on and eventually playing video games. So we saw more of that here, where they're approaching a Chinese restaurant called Kowloon's, I believe it's called. It's very big in
I don't know the pronunciation either.
but it's big in Massachusetts. It's big in that area. A lot of the wrestlers, when they're in that area, they go there. Supposedly, they
Mm-hmm.
serve amazing Chinese food. Now, I love Chinese food myself. I'm more honestly of a chicken broccoli kind of guy, to be honest, or boneless spare ribs and the pork fried rice with the free can. That's just in a
Mm-hmm.
chicken rice soup. That's as far as it go with me sometimes, right? But that's no here or there. Um, and they ate a lot of spicy food, and also they got turned up.
Yeah.
They got turned up, and they were making fun of the waiter. And they eventually we're just bonding, man, just bonding. And they hit. They wanted you to believe that they hit the double clothesline on one of the waiters,
Mm-hmm.
which
Which
we
is
didn't.
something they've been building up since they played the video game.
Yes, which is funny because you watch the video when they're doing the video game, right? They hit the double clothesline in the video game.
Right.
So it's like, all right, so now we're gonna see it, but they teased it like they're gonna do it to the waiter, but then the video turned to black. Like, all right, it's over, right?
Right.
And that was cool because again, they had surprises for each other as well, which we'll get into as well later on. And also, a limo ride in the parking lot, Don Callis and Jericho, and Alex Marvez asked Callis if a decision has been made, and Callis considers Marvez an idiot. And Callis and Jericho basically dipped off. They left the building and all that stuff. So there you go.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier this was a short show. not this review, but the episode of Dynamite, it wasn't packed. It wasn't fully packed like your normal episodes of Dynamite, considering it was blood
Right.
and guts. The one thing I saw on Twitter yesterday, Mike, I don't know about you, but I don't know about many of you that are in this chat right now. And I'm gonna get into this. I saw a lot of people complaining when Tony promoted the show. People complaining, where's the women's match? No women's match? Now listen, for everyone that thinks that I hate women's wrestling, y'all should go ask that question to Tony Khan. Y'all should go tell the Tony Khan as well.
All right.
You know what I mean? I saw this online. What? No women's match? What are we doing, Tony? What the hell? I saw this online, bro. I kid you not. So, what do you, again, they got a women's match. They literally, what did Tony does? Tony's a man of his word, man. Y'all complain too much online. Y'all complain too much online. And what happened? Tony folded, man. Tony fell under pressure and gave you guys and ladies a women's match. He gave you Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. You know, the first inaugural winner of the Owen Hart tournament, the women's division, right? Of the Owen, right? She, you know, this year she got knocked the first round.
Right.
Right? And she went up against Kayla Sparks. Who? Yeah. Listen, if you blink, you missed. This match didn't even go long. This match
was a minute and 5 seconds. Huh?
Yes. It's quick squat. But again, I get it. You want to present it on the program. That's fine, right? They're in the Northeast, right? I get that. But people were complaining online. Look, Tony gave you what you wanted. Are you happy? Listen, AEW has 3 weekly shows. 3 weekly shows. There's Dynamite, there's Rampage, and there's Collision. I'm pretty sure Tony can use those shows to also book the women. So quit complaining, people. Quit complaining. I'm tired.
It does you no favors.
It does you no favors, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But Steven, you don't like women's matches. You have not watched One Star in pay-per-view. I don't give a flying fuck about Stardom. How about that? I don't give a flying fuck about Stardom. Respectfully. But again, it's just one of those things where it's like, bro, do you really need to complain? Again, they gave you what you want, a match. Tony folded. Tony folded. Fell under pressure. Like a lot of folks in the wrestling Twitter this week fell under pressure. But I'm not going to go there either. And he gave you a women's match. Lasted a minute. No problem. But listen, there's Rampage where they're going to have a lot of women's matches too. So again, Tony got y'all. He listens.
Yeah.
So relax, people. Just relax. Relax, y'all. I'll direct my energy more to ATP booking more women. Don't worry about it. ATP Gaming. We heard y'all. ATP gave women. We are. I think, to my understanding, we're gonna have the first ATP Gaming women's pay-per-view.
Yep.
Evolution. Which reminds me, Mike. Remind me to call out that day, Big Mike. Remind me to call out that day. Say nah. Where were we here? Yeah, man. Listen, she won by a quick match, bro. It is what it was. What it was. We got to what I thought was one of the highlights of the show. We got the finale of the blind eliminator tag team tournament. MJF and Adam Cole versus Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. Now, before this match, MJF and Adam Cole had surprises for each other, right?
Yep.
They exchanged. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you. Someone who gets it. Fine. It's okay to ask for more, but let's not expect more. Thank
Right.
you. They exchanged matching gear, the matching jackets.
Yeah, which was funny.
Yes, it was. And then. Exactly. It's not okay to expect more. So then, Adam Cole, I got one more surprise for you. One more surprise. So MJF comes
Yeah.
out, right? And then the music stops, and then the music plays again. He's like, oh, wait a minute, what are you doing? You're playing the wrong song. Little did we all know it was a mashup song of MJF and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And the crowd erupted for this. They ate this up, bro. Like, oh my goodness, bro. Like it was a new hit on the radio.
I haven't heard it yet. Yeah, I can only imagine how good it is.
No, bro, I believe it's good, dude. I believe that it's good, dude.
Yeah.
You know, but bro, people were eating this up, man. Then we got to the match, the final. Now, I'll be honest, Jericho showed up, just to take some of the spotlight. He got in the announcer's table, right? Calling the action. He probably thought it was Rampage, not Dynamite.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid. I was like, what was the point? I was like, you just wanted to get the fans all riled up so they can sing Jericho's song, and then he pulled the rug from under him and said, "No, you're not getting this." Something that he should have been doing for the past 4 years since he turned heel.
Yes.
He should have been cutting it short, and then he should have changed it.
Yes. So then we get before the match, we get the dance off, dude. So Daniel Garcia does his dance, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. And then listen, in Detroit, if I get drunk enough, I'm probably doing that on the streets, bro. I'm probably doing that in the streets.
Bro, we're doing that period, bro.
I'm probably
It's
doing
happening.
Probably in the streets.
We're doing it sober, bro.
I'm wearing my loafers too. I'm going on my loafers. But what's it called? There's a dance off, bro. MJ is out of the ring.
So funny.
And I know a lot of people complained about this online. Oh man,
how can you?
I get it. Listen, I understand on a night where it's blood and guts, it's supposed to be violence. You need a little bit of entertainment. You need it. So I was fine with this. Now I'll admit, let's be honest here, right? Had this been the Fed, oh my God, everyone's crapping on this shit. Had this been the Fed, oh man, Twitter would have erupted on Monday night. Oh, Vince is back. Oh my God, it's over. What are we doing?
Yeah.
This is stupid. This is bullshit.
Yep.
Screw you, Vince. You're ruining the product. Your boy would have lost it on Twitter. It's your boy. Would have just complained, right? But again, I loved it. I was entertained, right? Then Adam Cole started dancing. He's like, "Oh, bro, what are we doing?"
Bro, that was the funniest part. That was the funniest part. His reaction to when he got tagged in, he was like, Adam, he was like, me? He was like, oh.
Started thrusting, bro.
Has no rhythm. Nor does Sammy Guevara has rhythm. That's nuts how he has zero rhythm.
Listen, Sammy Guevara, if you're watching right now, I'm gonna Mike, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
As a member of the Latino delegation, we're not claiming you no more, homie. We're not claiming you.
Bro, he has zero rhythm. That is ridiculous.
No, it's sad. Well, again, as member of the Latino delegation, we are not claiming Sammy. We're not claiming Sammy Guevara. We're not claiming him. Nope. Your Latino card has been revoked. You did for Adam Cole, buddy. Put down the gamer control. Start taking dance classes, buddy. Start taking dance classes.
Something.
something, brother. Because imagine the day he gets married to Britt, right? You know, like that couples dance, right? You ever watch like
He could probably do that.
like you guys ever watched American Wedding?
Yeah.
The part where Jim like he couldn't dance for nothing. He couldn't dance, so Stifler had to teach him how to dance.
Yeah.
Man, if I was MJF start teaching this dude how to start dancing, bro. I know it's
Yeah.
ballroom dancing, but still, it's something, right? Like, come on. But dude, I was sports entertained by this. Like, I agree with Romeo. We need more of that on the show. I'm pretty sure my uncle from Kentucky, my uncle Jim, was probably had a heart attack when he saw that. He probably like Dio, remember your blood pressure. Remember your blood pressure. Remember your blood pressure, Uncle Jim. Seriously. And then we got the match.
Match was good.
Match was pretty good. Granted, I would have rather have been Big Bill and and Brian Cage in the finals over Guevara and Sam. My bad, Guevara and Garcia, to be honest. But nonetheless, this match was good for what it was worth. MJF did a tope suicida. Got
He
a
was
major
disgusted
reaction.
with himself.
He felt disgusted. Yeah, man. He felt like, you know what it's like, bro? It's like watching someone eat sushi for the first time. And I've seen it, bro. I've been to many sushi bars over the years, bro. People for the first time they're eating it, and they get that like. I seen it happen, bro. I've seen it happen so many times, bro. But yeah, man, he did the tope suicida, got a major reaction, right? And they finally, Mike, they finally did it.
Yep.
They finally hit the double clothesline, man.
After teasing it like 3 times in the match.
Yes, bro. They finally hit that double clothesline. Can you believe it, Mike?
I can't believe it. I saw it with my 2 eyes.
Yes, I couldn't believe it, bro. They had the double clothesline, which literally gave them the victory because Cole used a destroyer on Garcia, MJF, and Cole then hit the double clothesline for the win.
Yeah.
And go on. I'm sorry.
I would like to bring this to our attention too, and Romeo said it too. I don't know why Guevara didn't take the pin. You know, you got a guy in Daniel Garcia that's having a match Friday for a title
tomorrow.
Right. Well, I said Friday.
Yes.
He's having a match Friday for a title against one of the best Japanese wrestlers. And you have him take the pin, so you take some momentum away from him. Just for Sammy, you're not going to do anything with Sammy.
No, you ain't.
Like, Sammy has nothing going on. Like, Sammy's probably one of the coldest wrestlers in AEW right now.
But for whatever reason, we protect the crap out of him, right? For whatever reason, we just can't.
It's because he, like Romeo said, he loves protecting them. For some reason, he loves protecting them. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're best friends. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't get it.
You gotta remember,
I don't understand it.
Must I remind you, Mike? Tony Khan attended Sammy's wedding, and he was dancing with him and stuff. Like, come on, bro. Like yo, Sammy Guevara can fail 2 drug tests in AEW, and Tony won't fire him.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget. I mean, he has punished Sammy before. And
I know that, but still, like,
it seems like after that punishment, he's been a little loose on him when he should have been punishing him a little harder.
Yes, yeah, but yes, I know a lot of like I'm glad you mentioned, Mike. Tomorrow is Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor in Trenton, New Jersey, at the Cure Insurance Arena. And just to let you guys know, just to be clear on this,
I'm not gonna be here.
I will not be there. I'm good. I'm good. You can give me a free ticket. I ain't going. I'm not going to trend. I'm good. But yeah, bro, they won. They were celebrating. It was crazy, bro. Like they won, right? Um, and then you see like near the end, right? Like the referee gives Adam Cole the triple B, and he's holding it in his hand. And then MJF gets angry, like, "What the hell? Why are you holding my belt?" And he snatches it out of his hand. So we're already seeing
And he pushes him real hard too.
Exactly. So we are already seeing dissension amongst, which I'll be honest too. You know, I've heard people as well say, "Oh, I wish they continue this for a few more months. Continue this for a few more months. This bromance of Adam Cole and MJF." But I understand you got a match to build eventually for, I'm assuming, All Out, right? And then after this, FTR comes out. FTR comes out. You know, they probably thought this was Saturday already. They were on the wrong show. To quote Bianca Belair, you don't go here. Right?
Yeah.
You don't go here. You don't even go here. They get in the ring and they exchange. They just, have a stare off with Adam Cole and MJF, who, by the way, the match will take place not this Saturday, but the following Saturday in Hartford.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight, Big Mike. Let me get this straight, bro. I want to understand this, okay? It's bad enough that you guys, the AEW deprives me from a blood and guts. Now I don't get to see this tag team match, this tag team title match at Prudential, but in Hartford, Connecticut?
Fuck!
Bro, you can see it. Hartford's not that far from you.
I ain't going out there, Hartford. You crazy.
I mean, if Walter's coming to you for a collision, why can't you go to him to Hartford?
Yeah, it's a little different. You know what I mean? I ain't driving out
I mean,
there.
it's a little different.
Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Frank Roll writes here. Pac versus Claudio for the arbitral title at pay-per-view, Steven. That's wonderful. I'm sure it'll be great. But you know what, brother? Still, I ain't gonna be there. I will not be there. So yeah, brother. After this, we got backstage best friends with Chris Statlander, Nick Wayne, Darby Allin, all interviewed by Renee Paquette. And Darby asked Orange to please defend the TNT Championship against AR Fox. Yes. Darby Allin asked Orange Cassidy to please, to defend for Darby Allin for Orange Cassidy, right? To defend that All Atlantic Championship against AR Fox. Now, for those who are probably wondering for a while now,
who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
We have not seen AR Fox on AEW TV in a hot minute. Oh, but he was in Ring of Honor.
So
that reminder.
Using hashtag watch Ring of Honor. No one's watching that. Come on, guys.
yeah.
Should be a fun match, right? The Hive links up, but guess what? Orange Cena wins again. Boop, 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 boop.
Pretty much.
And then, Big Mike, we got the main event. Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
The Golden
Blood
Elite.
Guts.
Almighty. Oh, the Golden
BCC.
Elite. The Blackpool Combat Club. I was shocked that that Claudio opened the match for his team.
Yeah.
Considering that, hey,
I guess
he has a championship match tomorrow. I mean, you would think, hey, man, we got to preserve this guy.
I think it was just the logic of Tony Khan is literally to do the opposite of what he did last year. So I think who started the match last year was Claudio. No. He ended the match.
Yes.
Claudio entered the match last, I believe, last year.
Okay.
And then Claudio starts the match this year.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of that booking between all of that. You know, what happened last year, like with Britt Baker. She doesn't get past the first round in the Owen.
Really last year.
She won the Owen.
Mike, didn't people say last year? Oh, didn't they say that? Oh, we're gonna get a women's blood and guts match.
Oh man,
Then
the
they,
fantasy book.
I
Yeah,
remember
like
there was fantasy booking of there'll be a woman's blood and guts. They're gonna be
like
a
all
woman,
the Outcast and
the originals.
whoever that was gonna be the test to see who was gonna be the last member of the Outcast and the what do they call them, the homegrown,
Homegrown and all that stuff. And they were saying, "Oh man,
like Jay Cargill is gonna be in it.
Jay Car's gonna be in it, and you guys watch. It's gonna happen." I remember someone saying that, and now all I gotta say in response
Congratulations, you played yourself.
now let's get to the main event, Big Mike. Again, I thought this match was good. Would you say, Mike, being that you were there last year, was it
This
better
wasn't
than
better
last?
than last year. No,
You're not just saying that because you were there, right?
no, I'm not saying it because if you look at the whole totality of Dynamite last year was a top show of all year of AEW. The whole totality of it,
Yeah.
not just because they got a million. It's just the whole show from top to bottom last year was great, and then to top it off with Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts was great. I really think, because the first Blood and Guts was Inner Circle and Pinnacle.
Pinnacle, yes. Which should have been on Double or Nothing of that year, but instead they did on the episode Dynamite prior, where you could have had a
Right.
full capacity at Double or Nothing in 2021, but instead you wanted to just do in front of a limited capacity in Daly's Place. Same venue, by the way. But that's no here or
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So first one, Inner Circle, Pinnacle. So it was the first one. It was a good match. It had its rough moments, with Hager and Wardlow was one of the rough moments. I not because it happened in my city. I think Blood and Guts 2 is the best Blood and Guts so far. It's Blood and Guts 2, Blood and Guts 3, Blood and Guts 1. That's how I rank them.
Rah.
I thought Blood and Guts 3 was good, but it was just missing something. They did some crazy stuff in this match. The bed of nails, glass,
Bro,
forks.
that was dude. That bed of nails, dude.
The
Bro,
bed of nails.
when Omega got slammed into that, I'm like, bro, how is he? Again, they're paying a homage to Mortal Kombat, right? Like the old,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what Mortal Kombat trilogy, when you die and you fall into the pit,
yes,
the pit of nails.
yes.
But yeah, the bed of nails was ridiculous. The glass was ridiculous. I felt like it should have been a little bit more blood between on the elite side of things.
Yes.
You had not Jericho. You had you had Moxley using this dang fork, and nobody was getting busted open.
I thought honestly it was way too soon to use the fork, considering what came out this week as far as the episode Dark Side of the Ring with Abdullah the Butcher. I thought,
Which I have to watch. I caught up with everything else. I have to watch that one.
you watched Adrian Adonis one.
Yes, I did.
We'll talk about that another day. But
Yeah, the Doink the Clown one is my favorite one, though.
yeah, I will say this though. What took points away from me? There was no bump off the top of the cage. But
That too.
I admire. I think it was Nick Jackson who was on top of the cage.
Matt,
He did something. One of them, Matt. Yeah, he did something creative.
because he did the Northern Light. He did the Northern Lights
Yeah.
spot that he loves.
He did something creative though. He grabbed a bag of thumbtacks and just made it rain
Yeah,
on everyone from BCC who were in the cage. I love that. Like, all right, it's creative. All right, that shit would hurt. You think about it, right? You stand underneath that shit. That's gonna hurt.
but here's the thing with that. It was in the position of the BCC doing moves on the Golden Elite, and then they reversed it. They reversed it for the BCC to take the thumbtacks. For it just looked dumb in the beginning because he's just pouring the thumbtacks. It's like, dude, you're gonna get your own guys messed up because they're getting ready to take this move on the tacks until they reversed it. That's why I'm saying like this match was missing something. It was the step of the match, the pacing of the match. I don't know. I wasn't digging the pacing of the match, but it was entertaining nonetheless because of all the craziness that was going on.
Yes. Of course, we got to talk about Kota Ibushi. The return of Kota Ibushi. I understand he's been hurt. He's been dealing with injuries, right? He broke his arm a couple years ago. I think it was in the finale of the G1 against Okada. Since then, he hasn't really been wrestling. The last time we know that where he's been wrestling was in that GCW, the 2 GCW shows during WrestleMania weekend against Mike Bailey at Bloodsport and against Joey Janela at Spring Break. I think people were just happy to see him.
Yep.
Finally in the AEW ring.
Yep.
And that was it.
Jeff Hardy.
And that was it. Yeah, he pulled a Jeff Hardy. When everyone getting their butts kicked, he just shows up. Right?
To the point where Yuta was like, I'm speeding this up. And he runs out there.
Yeah, bro.
Gets annihilated.
Listen, I get it. There's some of you guys who are big fans of Kota Ibushi. I understand. And you probably thought, oh man, just seeing him in an AEW ring was just good as it is, bro. Yeah. But I'm sorry, even with Kota Ibushi showing up to AEW Dynamite, finally you got the visual, right? Yeah, got the visual of Kota Ibushi in the AEW ring. Kota Ibushi, but still, no Millie.
Yeah, but I felt like it was total fan service because it's not the Kota Ibushi that we're all accustomed to watching.
Yeah, he looked like Kota Ibushi on a midlife crisis, bro.
Yeah, even though I kind of agree with Josh, True Draw Josh from True Hill Heat on the Elite Heat. Go check out the Good Brothers over there. Go back and watch that live stream. It was very fun to be with those guys yesterday. Yeah, but he did say it's not his style of match, which I do agree. But we all have eyes. Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi has taken a step back.
Yeah. And you know what it is?
I don't know if it's the age. I don't know if it's a combined of the age and the injuries.
Let's find out how old he is real quick. I'll find that out.
He's 40 something.
Kota Ibushi right now is 41 years old. He is no longer a spring chicken, bro. I'm sorry. Considering his injury that he's had over the years. Yeah, this is third match back, but again, dude, it looked like he just been sitting at home. That's what it looked like to me. He just been sitting at home. You know what I mean? Just chilling and waiting. I guess to get the call, right? Eventually to show up again. That's what it looked like to me. And boom, you got again. Tony gave you guys what y'all wanted. Y'all got Kota Ibushi. That was it. Dun dun. Boom. Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
Kota. You know what? He looked a little sloppy out there. Let's tell it like it is. I don't care how happy you were to see him or not, but let's just tell it like it is. He looked a little sloppy in there. You know?
I mean, he looked a little sloppy, but I feel like it's the rust. I mean, yeah, this is his third match back, but with guys coming back off an injury, they at least have some of the step that they've had when they took their hiatus. It looked like he lost everything almost.
The body
The
was
only thing he
enchanted
can
by
really
money.
do is like
Did you use his name?
the kicks.
And you all just go by his name. Like, yeah, I'm Kota Ibushi, motherfuckers. I'm Kota Ibushi, bitch. It's like that episode of Wild 'N Out when Kevin Hart was doing that whole "Let Me Holler to the Girl." I'm Kevin
Mm.
Hart, bitch. Like that. I'm Kota Ibushi. All right, that's good
Yeah.
enough. Basically, what it is. And again, I don't want to come off like I'm knocking the guy because again, I get it. He's been through injuries. Um, but do I see him coming back to AEW? Likely. Um, Likely, yeah, we could probably see that, Mike Romeo. Are we gonna get Golden Lovers teaming against Takeshita and Jericho? Likely. I'm glad you mentioned that because again, there's
Yeah.
a moment in the match where Pac and again, I had to rewatch the clip and it looked better on the replay, where Pac was hanging on the cage and he does like a knee stomp on the table. It looked good. All right. Um, what else happened here? Takeshita eventually left. Right. Pac, out of anger, flipped off Claudio and left. So basically,
Yeah.
BCC were in the mud. They
Pretty
were in
much.
the mud, basically. And it got to a
Yeah.
point where Wheeler Yuta was being tied up and being choked by a steel chain by all the members of the Golden Elite
Yeah, and Moxley was handcuffed to the ropes.
and just surrendered verbally.
Yeah, it was like, we're done. And, my guy's gonna die, so
Yeah.
might as well say stop.
And who knows, maybe this factors into a further story between the BCC now that Brian isn't there. There's so many
Yeah.
ways you can go about this. But nonetheless, listen, I thought the match was good. Was it as good as last year's? No. Was it as good as the year before that? You could say that.
It was probably I think this was better than one. I think one was good because it was the first one and it was like, oh, this is their version of War Games, or this is the true War Games match because it's a closed top.
It's funny too, Mike. Kind of coincidence, right? This blood and guts was in the same building as the war game between the Bloodline and versus Sheamus, Ridge Holland, Butch, and Drew and Kevin Owens from this past Survivor Series in the same building. People were and I hate the this was better than Survivor Series War Games, man.
No.
No.
Absolutely, positively not. It was not. This had the story behind that match, and the match delivered on top of it.
You know what? How about we just enjoy both?
We can enjoy both.
Enjoy both, y'all.
But I'm
Really.
laying the law right now.
Oh, I'm with
Blood
you on
and
that.
Guts 3 ain't got shit on that.
Not even close. Not even by a lance. It's a landslide, dude.
Dang near.
Yes, it's almost a shutout, respectfully. But nonetheless, again, if you want to say it was a real War Games because the AEW match had a roof on top, I'll give you that. That's fine. But in the grand scheme of things, from a story perspective, from the what the kids now say, cinema, you got to give it to War Games with the Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes and Drew and Kevin Owens, because that one had the story of Sami Zayn.
That match didn't need it. And I'm gonna go there, but this does not knock Blood and Guts 3. That match did not need a bed of nails, forks, thumbtacks,
glass. And it's
somebody getting choked out by a chain.
Yes.
It didn't need it.
Nope. And it delivered. And
it delivered.
you know what I mean? So there was that, and also factor in it was on a Survivor Series, not on a. And yeah, but they made you pay for it. Yeah, on freaking Peacock. This was on free
Right.
TV. I'll give you that.
Hey,
Yeah,
if you got cable, you paid for it too.
I guess so, but still, I would hope now this is the end. This is the blow off feud. It's over with. We move on. Where did the Elite
From
go
what
from
it looks
here?
like, it is the end.
Where did the Golden Elite go from here? I don't know.
Screw the Golden Elite. Where does the Elite go from here?
I don't know. I've heard rumbling that they re-signed the new deal. There's even talks that they're still in negotiations. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. But as far as the BCC goes, I think there's a story now within them because Moxley surrendered, right? Moxley surrendered and all that stuff. And yes, I did see the video where they were all shaking hands there. They shook hands after the match. They embraced. Right? And then there's that video. You see the spot with Kota Ibushi?
I did. And that dude's crazy. Kota's just bored. He was just bored. That's all.
Bro, he just needed, you know what, bro? You know what Kota needed, bro? Kota was just in it for the simple
payday,
thing.
payday. You want payday?
That's what it was, dude. He was there for the payday. Got a big payday out of it. You know what I mean? So that was AEW Blood and Guts. Again,
I agree with that too, Romeo. Maybe so. That could be the feud. Pac trickled down to Claudio, and then you'll probably have Yuta and Moxley with
versus
the
Pentagon.
Lucha Bros.
Versus Pentagon. I would say Phoenix and Commander. Commander in there.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? But nonetheless, again, Dynamite as a whole, Mike, I thought the show.
What's the name of that match that they have?
Escalera de la Muerte.
Yeah, Escalera de la Muerte.
Yeah, Ladder of Death. But you need a title for that, though. And if that's the case, you're not going to have the Lucha Bros working Ring of Honor. They're going to come back up to AEW TV. So they're likely leaving the tag titles at Death Before Dishonor against probably, I don't know, Bennett and Taven. Who the fuck knows? But nonetheless, guys, Dynamite as a whole, as far as the grade goes, I'm going to give this, believe it or not, dude, I'm going to give it an A-. What about you, Big Mike? What grade you giving Dynamite from last night?
I'm giving it a B+.
Okay. Big Mike giving it a B+. I'm giving it an A-. Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it a B+.
Yes. But let me remind you all, listen, you guys got Kota Ibushi. You guys had the Blood and Guts match, right? It was crazy, right? But above all else, let's remember one thing. This show, still, no Millie. Planet World writes here, 8.5 out of 10. That's fair. But that's good to conclude for us. We'll be back. Oh, we're doing ATP tomorrow? Likely not. Tomorrow will probably be over on the True Heel Heat channel. If they're doing a Friday Night Warriors, I'm not sure, but if they are, we're probably going to be there. But Saturday, myself and Walter will be at the Prudential Center for AEW Collision. If any of y'all see us, say what's up. Buy us a drink. Who knows? And then 2 weeks after that, we're off to Detroit. SummerSlam weekend. So there's that too. But want to thank you all. Oh, no FNW tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
we might do something. We'll see. We don't maybe Wave. I don't know. If Walter's available tomorrow, we'll do Heat Wave tomorrow then. It's only if he's available. I don't know yet. We'll keep you posted. We'll keep it tomorrow about that. But about Evolution, the women's show first. So we'll see how that goes as well. But in case you guys missed it as well, yesterday myself we did go live for a We brought it back for a limited time only. Limited time. We also did ATP Raw on Tuesday, where Spider-Man defeated AJ Styles to become the new ATP World Heavyweight Champion. We also did an ATP SmackDown where the main event was John Cena versus Randy Orton. And of course, we also did a Monday Night Raw review. The Raw ran that on Tuesday afternoon, where Brock accepted Cody's challenge for SummerSlam. And if you missed it on Monday, we did Steve's Kitchen. We talked about everything that went down over the weekend in pro wrestling, from Trinity winning the Knockouts title, Ricky Starks and Willow Nightingale winning the Owen Hart Cup, FTR and Bullet Club Gold going 2 out of 3 falls, and of course, our boy QT Tijuana, the Tijuana legend himself, QT Marshall. All right. You can follow Around the Point Network on Twitter at AT Point Network. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. Big Mike, let the fine folks know where can they check out Big Mike.
You can follow me on Twitter at Detroit Gamer 313. Also here every single day on Around the Point Network. And yeah,
that's going to be it for us, guys. Thank you all again for tuning in. For myself, for Big Mike, for the gang, this has been S.A.D. Something About Dynamite here on the Around the Point Network.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
in a mud.